Hello and welcome to Fit.Ready.Go, the January challenge for Vegetarian Month that came out all backwards.
Okay.
So yeah, this is day 4 of the Vegetarian Challenge, which today wasn't really all that much vegetarian, but
Still, it was vegetarian.
it wasn't all that vegetarian, but it was, well, there's no meat, of course.
That is what vegetarian means.
Up.
Not all vegetarian stuff is healthy.
I'm thinking because of dinner, but for breakfast I had cereal. For lunch I had the leftover from the other night, the barbecued soy curls.
Yeah,
it was basically like
soy
chicken
curl sandwich.
I had that as a sandwich, so that was pretty good. And then I had, of course, like the, like banana and pretzels and apple and stuff. So for dinner, of course, what did you have for lunch?
The leftovers from last night.
Okay.
Weekdays are just leftovers normally for lunches.
Yeah, and it usually works out better. So for dinner we had spaghetti, which is my favorite thing.
Which is easy, but I wanted, of course, Mr. Boring here. He ate his just with normal noodles, and he had
I don't eat squash.
Zucchini on the side with some bread. But myself, I didn't really want to get all the extra carbs from the noodles. That's what I always struggle with, is what can I really... Now, in the fall, I do spaghetti squash. I always do spaghetti squash in the fall, but that's about the only time a year that you can really get the spaghetti squash. So I was trying to figure out what I could get, and I did find... I
hate spaghetti squash, so...
I did find soybean noodles, but the nutrients on them, they're about the same in calories. But they do have quite a bit less carbs, about half the amount of carbs as normal noodles, and they have 25 grams of protein. So I was going to try those, but actually I decided to do zucchini instead, and it actually turned out great. I did the zucchini in little slivers, little round slivers, and I put it in a little bit of flour, then in milk, and then a little bit of a bread crumb on it. Not a whole lot, and then just baked it in the oven, and I actually used those as my noodles and put my sauce over top, and it was really good. And then we had the pecan meatballs that we made the other night, and honestly they tasted just like meatballs.
On your website?
Yeah, the pecan.
They're on Fit.Ready.Go under the Vegetarian Challenge. They were actually, you really wouldn't notice the difference between a regular meatball and those. So that
especially with the sauce on them. I mean, if you
I'm
ate
sure
them,
if you ate it by itself.
Well, no, I ate, while we were cooking them, I always try stuff.
I mean,
I
you tell
tried
a
them
little
the
bit,
other day,
not...
and without the sauce, you can tell a little bit, but not by that much. But with the sauce, they're clearly, there was no difference. Just make sure not to pack them too tight, because, so that they still have that, fluffiness,
fluffy, aerated feel
that ground beef gives you. And they turned out great. And actually, we made them on Friday, and I had them in the freezer, so then I just pulled some out for us today. So
yeah, it was good. Of course, I like spaghetti anyway, so that's not really that much of a stretch. The sauce was from our favorite Italian restaurant, Italia Garden, so...
yeah, I know there's some sugar in the sauce, but
I
know it's a homemade sauce that they make.
It's the best sauce in the world.
They're family based, so...
lick. So it's the best sauce in the world, and then we added it to our homemade rest of the concoction. So,
but I was pretty happy with how the zucchini, how well it went with the sauce, and I didn't need all those extra carbs. So that's about it.
Yep. So tune into day 5 to find out what we're eating tomorrow and whether we liked it or not. Obviously today you can tell we liked, because it's spaghetti, and the meatballs were really, because those weren't real meatballs, they were good.
Honestly, if you gave
and
them
you
to
had,
somebody
what was it,
in the
zucchini
sauce,
chips? We had
they wouldn't even
zucchini
know.
chips for us because we didn't have it.
Yeah, they had the same zucchini chips on the side, except for I used mine. I had a little bit more because I used mine as my noodles, and then my son and Steve here, they just had some of the chips like on the side. So
until tomorrow.